Okay, I guess we'll go ahead and get started. You want to give it another minute or two?
No, I think we can go ahead.
Okay. So hi everybody, this is Lori, your assistant MCA. Today we're going to do our prep to get paid. So we're going to go through commands start to finish, and what you guys need to do to get everything loaded and ready to go so that you guys can get paid. So on the screen we have our path to get paid, which is you're going to enter a contact or lead into command is step 1. So you start with your contacts, and I will show you in command. This is what your home screen looks like. Over here in the corner, it shows you all your applets. So you've got home, contacts, tasks, smart plans, all of your information right there. You're going to start with contacts. And we're going to add a contact. You just put in their first name, last name. You can enter their email address, phone number. The owner is always going to be you. You can mark them as a lead or add them to your pipeline. And then down here, you can put different tags. You can create new ones, like if it's somebody that you met randomly, like, oh, this is Mickey Mouse and he really likes football. So you can put that in there. That way, whenever you look back at it later, you can remember that person a little bit better. And we're just going to create. And then you'll see him pop up down here under your contacts. And we're going to go over here to opportunities and create an opportunity for them. It'll ask for your market center information, which is always going to be the same unless you're working out of 2 market centers. And then your team information will go there if you're on a team. Your opportunity type, whether it's listing, buyer, landlord, or tenant. So we're going to work with a listing today. The owner is going to be you and your client. And then you can fill out the co-seller if you'd like to. You don't have to. Just mainly those things that have the red stars by them. Right here for opportunity name, you can leave this how it automatically inputs it. In the MCA office, we're kind of requesting that you would put that under the property address if you have one. If you don't have the property address yet, then that's fine. Just leave it as their name. So we're going to leave it as his name for now. And then down here again, you can input more of those tags. You can input your estimated close date, if it's going to work for me. It's not going to check that. And then you'll put your commission rate in here. And then down here we have your opportunity phase. If this is just somebody that you're talking to, you guys haven't started looking at property or working on a contract or anything like that, you can leave them in cultivate. But once you've got a contract, we need you to make sure that it is inactive, because the MCA office cannot see it unless you have the phases active. So make sure that that's always changed to active. And then we're going to create our opportunity. And then you will see your opportunity populate right here. So you'll click on that and it brings you up to your opportunity page. So you've got your opportunity details. So your general information, all that information that we just put in about them, it's right here. And then once you have that property address, please make sure that you put it in right here. Click on the little pencil under opportunity details and input the property address. And that just makes it easier for the MCA office and your compliance coordinators to find the properties and your contracts, as long as you have that property address in there. The next thing that we're going to go to is your documents. And in here is where you're going to upload all of your documents. There's a place for each thing. So you can put your listing agreement here. And then scroll down, you can put your wire fraud disclosure here. Just each document that you're going to need for the contract can go into a specific spot. If you click under your under contract folder, then you'll see the items that you need for your under contract. So you'll have your proof of earnest money deposit, purchase and sale, counteroffer if you've got one, your loan exhibit, all of those documents you would fill in right there. If you have a document that you need to upload that's not listed right here, you can click on Add Item. You would type in the name of the document as to whether it's an addendum, an agreement, put that in there, and then any other notes that you want to put, and then you would upload it there. All right, so the next thing that you're going to need to do is to have an offer. You'll need to make sure that you put an offer in before you can do your commissions tab. So you would just click Add New Offer, and you can label it whatever you'd like to, initial offer, or you can label it the name of the person that's making the offer if you're in a multiple offer situation. I'm just going to leave that as initial offer for now. And the offer date. And then you'll put in your close date. And then we're going to go to parties. And that's where you're going to enter the information of the people purchasing the home. So you can put in their email, phone, all of that information there. You can also list down here whether they are pre-approved or pre-qualified. And then you're going to put the other agent's name. Then you'll go to terms. And in your terms, you'll put in if they're putting down cash, and then their finance amount, and then it'll automatically equal up to what the sales price is. So we're just going to say that they're going to finance the whole amount. Then you can put in your earnest money. You can put in the percent that they're putting as earnest money, or you can just put the dollar amount. And then we're going to continue to agent analysis. Right here is where you can input pros and cons for this offer, like just different things that you would run across, and then a summary. And you would use this mainly if you have a multiple offer situation and you want to send that to your client so they can look at it. You save there. And then you would, if you have multiple offers, you would add the second offer there, going the same process that we just went through. And then you can accept or reject. You do have to have an accepted offer to be able to do the commissions tab. And I'm going a little fast. Is everybody following so far? Everybody good? Okay. So we're going to accept the offer and then move on to our commissions tab. You'll notice now that it's clickable. So you'll click there, commissions. So right here, you'll get this red banner. Anytime that there's something incorrect or something that needs to be changed, that's going to pop up for you. So right now it's saying that our contract date is required. So we go right here, we'll put in our contract date, which we'll put for today. We've still got that same close date earlier. And then down here, you've got your sales price, your commission rate, what your total commission is going to be, your units are listed, and the contract date. Now, if you are working with another agent, there's a box that will pop up at the bottom for you to add them. You just need to make sure that your total units does not equal the same total units here, or your total commission does not equal the same total commission here. So if you want to add somebody and you're splitting it with them, make sure that you change that down to whatever the split is, and change your total commission. And then you'll see down at the bottom that you've got an option to add an agent. And then that's going to list your royalties, so your splits, all of that information is going to come up here, your gross commission here, how much you're paying in company dollar. And then down here is where you're going to add your deductions. So if you're making a payment to KW Cares or Kids Can or the Bold Scholarship, you can input those there. And then you'll go down here and you can add an item. So you can add your bonuses here. So if you're getting a bonus on your sale, you would add that information there. If you're doing a concession for your buyer or seller, you would input the information there. And then other deductions, like if you have a contract to close coordinator, you would input their information there. You'll need to have the address for your closing coordinator. I know some of you guys don't use Church, I'll use somebody else, so you'll need to make sure that you have you have their address so that we can put that in. And we'll add that there. Yes, Cinnamon, this is replacing your green sheet. So right now I need you to either do a commissions tab or a green sheet. We don't need both, just one or the other. But yes, this is your new green sheet. Green sheets are going away. All right, so you can also add your FMLS fees here, and you're also going to add your outside referrals here. If you're working with another agent in the office and they are on a different team than you, you will do add agent for them. We don't use the inside referral. So if you are on one team and they're on another team and you guys are working together, they would be the second agent. Like you would put agent A, B, or C on your green sheet. Do the same with the commissions tab. Then your outside referral, if you're paying Zillow or someone else, you'll put their information there. Please note that you will need their tax information, so you'll need their W-9 to be able to put that information in here. So you'll fill out all of that information, the percentage, the amount, tax ID type, tax ID number, all of that information you'll need to fill out if you're working with an outside referral. And then you'll also be adding your FMLS fees here. Under deduction, you'll just put whatever the amount is. So, and FMLS. And then for the address for FMLS, you can look up the address for FMLS, or you can just put our address for now. And then you'll see once we clear that error that it's talking about at the top, and our little red banner is going to go away. Okay, all gone. And that's it. You're going to submit once that's done. So once you've got all your information filled out, your closing coordinator fees, FMLS fees, once that's all filled out, you're going to submit. And then it's going to pop up with an option if you'd like to donate to KW Cares. You can put yes or no and apply. And your commission tab is submitted. So on our end, in the MCA office, we will see that your commission request has come through. And we'll go to review it. And if we notice that something is missing or something is calculated incorrectly, then we can approve it or return it. When we return it, we'll always put a note in there as to why it was returned. So a lot of you, I don't know if you've seen this yet or not, but if you have a green sheet already done and then you do a commissions tab, I'm returning those because I just need one or the other right now. I don't need both. So we'll return this one and say FMLS fee is calculated wrong. And we'll return that. So then on your end, you'll get a little notification right here at the top where your little bell is, and it'll say commission request for this one has been returned. You go look at it, and then you'll see our notes right there where it says FMLS calculated incorrectly. So then you can correct that amount and then resubmit. And that's basically it. Anybody have any questions? So in the event of a termination, make sure that you send that termination to the office, and then we're going to go in and we will return your commission tab. And then we'll just put the reason as the termination. You would use the lost opportunity tab for the same thing. So if you have a termination, you'll do the lost opportunity tab, send your termination to the office, and then we will return the commissions tab.
If the termination, sorry, can I add something?
Yeah, go ahead.
So if the termination is for a buyer, right, and you're going to create a new opportunity with a new address and all that stuff, you can use the lost opportunity tab. If it's your listing and you want to, like obviously the contract fell through, but it's still the same listing, it's still the same address, you can go into documents. I don't know if you want to, Lori, can you show us? You can go into the document section of your opportunity and you can create in the under contract, you can create a new version. So instead of it being a lost opportunity, I mean, technically that specific contract is lost, right? Because it's been terminated, but you still have the same exact listing. So this way you don't have to re-upload all of your listing documents, which would have remained the same. So if you create this second version, what it'll do is it'll leave the old version. The old documents will still be there, but this new version will now have no documents uploaded. You can upload the new offer, the new contract, etc., with the new buyers.
Thanks, Kristen.
Yeah, no problem. That was something I had to learn by having somebody do a lost opportunity, and then we figured this out afterwards. So
I have not played around with the versions option yet.
yeah, I hadn't either until I had ran across, again, like I said, with a different agent who had this issue.
I have a quick question, Jamie here.
Sure.
Hey, are green sheets going to go away 100% eventually? And then we're strictly in here?
Yes, eventually green sheets will go away 100%.
Okay, do we have an estimated date so I can let
We do not
you
yet.
know? No, okay, all right, because I know he'll ask that.
Yeah, we don't have an estimated date yet. Right now, I'm telling everyone to use the commissions tab unless you have a deal where the listing agent and the buying agent are in the same office, because you can't both use the commissions tab. So I'm asking everybody to do a green sheet if that's the situation. So if a D is selling something and somebody else is buying it, then they work in the same office, I'm asking you guys to do a green sheet for now, just because I can't put two sides on one commission tab for the time being.
Okay, all right, perfect. Good
Hopefully
to know.
that changes, but right now that's how it stands.
Okay, great, thanks.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else have any other questions? All right, well, I guess if there are not any other questions, then we're done. You're welcome, everybody.